Hello ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new Nigth POV review. In front of us is the new Kia Stonic. This is the second facelift of the Stonic. We have the style trim. Inside is the 1.0. It's a 3-cylinder turbo petrol, 100 horsepower, linked to 7-speed automatic dual clutch. Now, style trim is sitting on 16-inch alloys, yes, and it's a 4-spoke, looking good, comfortable suspension, and this trim is 25,800 euros here in Croatia. The Stonic facelift in the very base trim with the same engine but 6-speed manual starts at 20,000 euros in Croatia. Goes up to 30 with GT line trim. Now, I love the new design, and I think this is the best looking Stonic. It's been updated design-wise and technology-wise. With the rest of the Gamma, it's now fully loaded. And the style trim is the top trim if you're not looking for the GT line, which is a sport trim. Now, I even think that maybe you should spec a 6-speed manual rather than the automatic, but if you're doing a lot of city driving, you should go for the automatic. Now, it's a long time that I didn't have a pure petrol on test. Yeah, let me just share some light here. So we have these nice textile seats, but I'm sure you watched the review. I'm gonna switch this off. This airbag light will go off. I'm going to engage here the heated seats. We also have the heated steering wheel. It's not that it's super cold tonight, but you do have those features. The seats get really hot really fast. The steering wheel takes a little bit, but it's a very nice one. A lot of you left some comments that you don't like the 3-spoke from the GT line. I do, but you know, we all have different tastes. So the seat is already now starting to feel warm. If I don't disengage it or switch it off, it'll be super hot. I'm going to be using the Kia's navigation here. Yeah, the new infotainment's faster, it's better looking, more responsive. Let me just play some music here. These speakers are standard, not super loud or great. You know, but they're decent speakers, you know, for listening music. So that's that. Nothing to really add there. Back in camera is decent resolution for parking. Can't complain there. And I'm gonna leave here the consumption on, just to cycle through these. You have here all of these. Maybe on the highway I'll go back to this lane assist. This is, I haven't reset. I might assume highway run 7 liters and 6.5. I did my consumption test, open road simulation driving, mostly 70 kilometers per hour. I got 4.6 liters, which is really great. Driving in the normal driving mode. Okay, let's take off and start driving the car and enjoy it. So as I've mentioned, it's been a while since I had a pure petrol. Now you can disable the auto start stop off. It has this amber button. I really haven't pressed it in until now, but I think I'm going to disable that for this drive. So 100 horsepower. It feels like I haven't had a 100 horsepower car in a while as well. It's good. It's decent for the city driving, occasional road trip if you're alone, or maybe if there's only 2 of you. I think this might be a little bit underpowered on the highway if you're driving a fully loaded car, honestly. Now, since I didn't have a petrol in a while, I got used to these hybrids, plug-in hybrids, electric cars, where you let go and the car starts braking. This one, it just coasts. So it's a little refreshment for me. Now, I gotta say, this is a really sweet little car. It's competing. There's a lot of budget models in this price segment. There are also a lot of Chinese brands which are a little bit more posher inside. But if we're talking about European brands, or at least, legacy brands, this is not a European brand, but if we're talking about legacy brands, let's say Dacia is maybe competing here, but this is much more refined car, much more better built, despite being, a budget model, plasticky, but the infotainment and the digital cockpit looks so much better. The steering wheel, the buttons, everything, door closing sound, everything feels more solid. The suspension is really good with this 16-inch alloys. You have enough tire. It's really comfy. I haven't gotten to the highway, but I did the day point driving with the GT line on the press day locally here, and I think it was good on the highway. It wasn't super loud, so I think even the soundproof is decent for this budget model. And this is one of the most sold Kias out there, so I would say it's a pretty solid little car. It's a crossover. It looks like maybe an SUV, but it's really not an SUV. It's just a little bit taller hatchback. See, it speeds up very nicely. I haven't even wanted to speed up this much, and I'm driving in the normal driving mode. If I just quickly switch, this is the sport mode, and this is the eco mode. You can change the themes here. In the sport mode, I feel like this is where you have the full power, the full 100 horsepower, and the normal, it's maybe like slightly less response with the gear selector, and in the eco, it might be like a little bit less horsepower, or at least through the gas pedal. We can call it gas pedal. It's not just accelerator pedal. It's a gas pedal now, because this is run by gas, but petrol gas, not natural gas. Anyways, the steering is nice. I'm not sure if there are settings for the steering wheel, but it's on the light side. It's not super light, it's not super direct, but it's just like normal. And the whole car feels very well built all around, and I gotta say it's good. The overview behind you, around you is great. If you're a taller person such as myself, you can see the hood a little bit. I've actually raised the seat because I feel like this car is a bit too low for me, and this is my ideal spot, just a little bit taller sitting position. But also, if you are a short person, you can raise the seat and adjust it and have a good overview. Again, this is just slightly taller, but not like a real SUV. Also, we finally got this latest AC controls, and we have here the like a shortcuts. So I think you're gonna keep it on AC for the most part. This car is pretty well equipped in the style trim with all the thermal comfort settings, like the heated steering wheel and heated seats, which is real nice in the winter. These cloth seats are also very comfortable. I really like cloth seats. When I was a kid, I was always like thinking, oh man, you have to have the leather seats. But then when you realize that these are much more better in the winter and in summer, simply due to the fact that they're not super hot, you don't get all sweaty on them, and these are just more practical. Now, all these big plastics here, I can't really see the traffic light if I don't lean, but side mirrors are not auto dimming. The middle one is, but again, a super well equipped car. Now the base model starts 20,000 euros. I haven't really checked how it looks. It might be a little bit more basic. Honestly, like there's I think 2 more trims below this one. If you pick the one that's not the very base one, you're gonna be pretty much fine. This is the one that has all the bells and whistles. I would definitely go maybe for this one if you are on the budget. If you're not, you're gonna be fine. You might save some money and get this trim, but getting a 6-speed manual. I really do prefer automatics, especially for this inside city traffic commuting and start, stop, go. But this petrol is fun, and when I sat into it first and started driving, I felt, when I heard the petrol, I felt the need to shift gears, and then I realized, man, this is an automatic. I don't need to do anything, which was kind of weird. I was just, ready to engage with this car. I'm going to be quiet here so you can hear the engine a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna be quiet after the traffic light so you can hear when it actually starts shifting up. But it's very nice petrol. It's not too loud. It's responsive. Yes, it's only 100 horsepower and it's a 3-cylinder. I know there's gonna be a lot of comments. It's a 3-cylinder, blah blah. I don't like the 3-cylinder. Of course, we all love 4-cylinder engines, but this is not that bad, honestly. But again, if you plan to use this inside the city, occasional road trips, maybe just 2 of you, perfectly fine. Otherwise, I would go for the X-Seat or something with more power. Yeah. I'm trying to think here, did I miss anything? And I feel like this car is very simple. When I need to talk and review those plug-in hybrids, or electric cars, there's so many information, there's so many data. This one is just pure simple, and it's just simple. I like that. I'm already done with the review. Okay, this is actually for the first time I saw the car going to like 5,000-6,000 RPMs and it actually goes red here. So that was interesting, and it just has a good sound. I like it. Has a nice petrol sound. I think petrol heads, or maybe beginner petrol heads, will love this. If you buy this as your first car, if you're a newbie driver and you're in luck that you can afford a brand new car, I think this might be a very nice first car. And if you're a humble person, I think you're going to be very happy with this car. If you are looking maybe for a second car, you have something stronger, this might be the car for your wifey. It's a well-budget car. Consumption test for the highway, don't ask me. I don't have time, and I won't be going to Zadar with this car, simply due to the fact that another journalist asked me to give him the car because he can get it later, and I've said, oh, it's fine, I'm gonna just do my test for 2 days and you can take it. So I was just being nice, and that's the reason why I won't be doing the consumption test with this one. we're coming to the highway. Now, one question probably that you're going to be asking, should I go for the mild hybrid? Yeah, it has a little bit more power, it has a small battery, it helps it start faster. But honestly, do you need the more expensive option? I don't think so, really. It's a small difference. You know, I think you just start with this. I think this is really good. You should definitely, if you have an opportunity, maybe test both, but I think you're not really missing out a lot if you go for the base model, the non-mild hybrid, which is this one. But if you want that extra little boost and extra horsepowers, that's fine. The car is leaning quite a bit in the bends here, so yeah, it's a very light car. It's not like those, again, plug-in hybrids and hybrids. I'm flooring it now all the way. Decent, not too fast, but decent. Now, let's say I'm gonna slow down to 100 and I'm gonna kick it to sport mode, but let me just focus on the road noise here at 100. It's quite decent. Switch it to sport mode and I'm gonna just drop down my speed a little bit and then floor it here. I would say it seems all right. Okay, let me just switch here the views. Engage cruise. So let's just test this. The car keeps you in the center. Yes, it does. So you're centered, doesn't do the ping pong, doesn't push you left and right to the edge. Now let's speed up here to 130. Considering this is a budget model, there is a little bit of wind noise. Not too much of it, but it is more quieter if you're driving just on lower speed limit, or excuse me, lower speed. If you're doing 120 or lower, it's perfectly fine. Of course, it would have been better if they've just added a little bit more sound dampening, but that's what you get in more expensive models. But altogether, really nice car. I'm gonna blast the long beam here. You can see that. So today is like a lot of reflection from the street lights and everything. It was a full moon as well, so I don't think you can really see the full beam that much. Now this has this lane keeping, but I think that you cannot control the distance. Follow distance is not not part of this. So that's one thing that it's missing, and potentially like a blind spot warning light, although it does have the blind spot in the mirror itself. But otherwise, super well packed trim. Okay, this is still keeping me, or trying to keep me in the lane. I'll disengage that. Now, maybe a front camera would be also real nice, but again, that's not something you're going to get in the Stonic. You'll have to go for the X seat. But I gotta say, I'm enjoying this car, and I've enjoyed all the Kias I had on test. Just when I reflect a few years back, 5, 6, 7, 8 years back when I started doing these reviews, the Kia has just stepped up their game. But now, I would say they're almost like Skoda. Real huge improvement regarding quality, reliability. Altogether, such a great value for money. So we did almost 18 kilometers, 20 minutes drive. Fuel consumption is 6.6. It's just gonna keep dropping. Now, I do want to show you the headlights, if we can show it to you just a little bit here outside the city. I'm not sure if there's any point of doing 0 to 100 in this car. It's 12.1 seconds. That is really slow. I mean, honestly, it is. So I feel like the car is trying to correct me here for the lane, or just being in the center sometimes, which I don't like, but I think we're fine. Okay, let's do it. Why not? I'm gonna give you the 0 to 100. So let's see here, sport mode. Full stop, no traffic. Of course, safety is always my top priority. Floor it. Oh, it's building revs, and release. I think that was 100 brake. The brakes are good. Actually quite good. When I needed to stop my consumption test for a light change, it was on the spot. Real nice. The ramp is down, but I think we could just show you here the headlights anyways, so I don't really mind the ramp. Yeah, you can see the beam is just nice and bright. It's shooting quite far, nice and cold beams. So the camera also nice and practical. Also, you can see the beam here. So yeah, that's it. So altogether, again, super nice car. If you get this, you're really gonna enjoy it. Now, this is a really nice little cruising machine for an open road, and I've said it all. It's a great little car. You should definitely consider it. I'm trying to be here objective. If I need to find maybe one con, that I haven't checked, but I believe that the rear doesn't have multi-link. It's just the torsion beam, so you can feel that going over the speed bumps. But again, it's just like nitpicking here. On a budget model, you won't get independent links on the back, so only on the front. But yeah, otherwise a really amazing car. Not sure what's going on here with the ramps. They're open for the first time, but it's fine. And let me just try to demonstrate the petrol sound here just a little bit. Okay, it's not a super loud one, but maybe potentially you can put a different exhaust and just maybe hear a little pop in the garage. I don't know. I'm far behind that. I'm not really interested into that anymore since I'm driving electric. Anyways, perfect parking as always. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more content like this, do subscribe, click the bell to get notified, and stay tuned for more reviews. That's the animation I wanted to show you, but it's here at the end and when you start the car, so real nice. Okay, I'm going to just walk around the car one more time here for the very end. Very good looking new Kia Stonic second generation, or excuse me, not the second generation, but the second facelift. Great looking car. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.